Okay, nice deep breath. So let's go ahead and think about closing your eyes. And as you take your deep breath in, try to vision your spine getting longer, your neck reaching up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, let's drop the arms and try to pull those shoulder blades back gently. So inhale, getting longer in the spine. Exhale, gently pulling those shoulder blades back and allowing the tops of your shoulders to touch that chair. When you're doing that, your hands should automatically rotate forward. With your next exhale, think about reaching those shoulders gently away from your ears, kind of dropping your fingers as if your fingers will touch the floor while your head reaches for the ceiling. So remember that deep breath. You're trying to expand through the ribs. And with that long 6-second exhale, you're trying to pull in the entire abdominal area. Finishing with your belly button pressed into the chair. With the next deep breath, we're going to raise those arms, but keep your shoulders pressed down towards the floor. So our goal is not to reach the ceiling, but to keep our spine wrapped in our shoulder blades. Taking a deep breath, let's exhale and lower those arms, keeping the palms up to the ceiling, pressing back as far as you feel comfortable with. Holding there, take an inhale, and as you exhale, pull the belly button to the back of the chair and reach those fingers to the floor behind you. Inhale up, exhale, hold. Pull that stomach inward. Deep breath, take it slightly over, like you're holding the sun in your arms. And then as you exhale, press your arms back behind your head a little more. A little longer in that side. Take a deep breath and take it all the way over to the other side, pressing your stomach in as you go. Exhaling when you get there. And then we hold. Take that deep breath and press the arms back behind your head. And then we inhale and exhale up. Dropping those shoulders, lifting that chest and letting those arms come all the way back down to where we started. And pushing them back a little further as you're pressing that belly button in. Once your hands get behind you, take your fingers and pull them back towards the ceiling. Press your palms down towards the floor and feel those forearms stretch. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Let them wiggle a little. And then with that deep breath, inhale, exhale, drop those fingers to the floor. We're going to keep our stomach tight and move our back away from the chair right now. So we're sitting up nice and tall. The shoulder blades are tight. As we take a deep breath, we're going to exhale and turn towards one side. When you get there, we want to keep that spine long, shoulders down. As you take your deep breath and lift your head to the ceiling, exhale and rotate to the other side, keeping it nice and tall. And as you hold this, let your neck go wherever is comfortable. If you want to grab the back of the chair, that's fine. Deep breath, lengthen again. Tighten that stomach as you rotate to the other side. Seeing if you may rotate a little bit further with that low back. Always maintaining your breath, and we're going to take that breath in and exhale to the other side, getting tall and pulling that stomach inward so that when we are holding that rotation, we have the shoulders back, the stomach tight, and the head reaching towards the ceiling. As we inhale and exhale back to the center, we're going to bring our arms out in front. And as we take a deep breath, we're going to slowly exhale and pull those shoulder blades so our arms become wide. And we're going to hold right there with that chest lifted, shoulder blades firm and stomach in. As we inhale, we're going to exhale and bring it close again. This time we inhale and we open up, diagonally just stretching back, squeezing the shoulder blades. Staying there as we take a deep breath. And as we exhale, we're going to pull those fingers back. We're going to get a little more stretches in the forearms today. Spread your fingers apart as wide as you can take them. Inhale and bring it to the front as you exhale, keeping those shoulders to the hips. And then we inhale and exhale the opposite direction. Holding your body tall and straight. As we inhale, we pull those fingers back. Think about pressing the wrists towards the floor. And then with a deep breath, we'll exhale, coming back in, shoulders down, stomach pressed inward. Deep breath. Exhale, put the arms to face the floor. We're going to slowly pull those elbows back, keeping them high. And squeeze that upper back. Keep those shoulders down, keep the chest up. Take it forward. Chest stays up, shoulders down, deep breath. Exhale again, squeeze. You want to feel that right at the base of the neck and across the upper back. Lift your chest. Feel how you have to arch your back a little and lift your chest to feel those muscles. And take a deep breath and push them back a little teeny further. As the arms go back further, make sure your shoulders stay down. Deep breath, bring them in close to your side. Pushing your shoulders to the floor. Inhale and exhale, open up like a rotator cuff exercise. Hold right there. Still lifting that chest. Feel those shoulder blades pinch, enhancing your posture right there. Inhale up. You guys got longer. Exhale down, pulling those elbows back to touch the chair. Maybe in theory, maybe in reality. Inhale up again. Lift your body now off the chair. So you're lifting your spine to the ceiling, not the arms. Inhale and exhale down again, pushing those elbows back even further, sticking your chest out even more and squeezing those shoulder blades all the way in, wrapping them around your spine. As you hold for a moment, take your breath, exhale and pull that belly button and lower abdominal area in. Get that whole posture and core tight. Now on this next deep breath, relax the arms. Exhaling down. And keeping that good posture and scooting a little forward. We're going to take those feet a little bit wider. About outside, about to the chair width or outside, whatever you're comfortable with. And from here, we're going to take the hands on the mid-thigh. And we're going to hinge forward. So we're going to lead with the chest. So you're pushing your chest forward. As that pushes forward, you're pulling your stomach inward. And you're going to come down to whatever feels comfortable. And then you're going to hold. And as you take a deep breath, we're going to push those shoulders away from your arms. Think about your elbows trying to touch the chair behind you. So that's pulling that shoulder away from your neck and your head is extending away from your body. Take a deep breath and we're going to slowly raise up by pushing your lower back to the back of the chair, almost like rounding the cat, and then slowly coming back up to our tall posture. Deep breath, exhale, drop the shoulders, then deep breath, pull the stomach in and hinge again at the hips. This time we're going to come down a little bit further and we're going to slide the hands forward until your elbows are about mid-thigh. At this point, we want your head centered with your spine, so don't stare at the bottom of the floor. Keep your head up a little bit, pull your shoulders back, again, as if your elbows will touch the back of the chair, but they're not really moving. And inhale, and as you exhale, try to lift your chest to the ceiling as if you're trying to straighten your body upward, but your arms are glued to your legs. And as you do that, think of that Sphinx pose in yoga. So we're just lifting and pushing those shoulders down. You should feel the shoulder blades squeeze. And then as we inhale, exhale, let those arms drop down to the floor slowly. You can round your back at this point. Your hands can touch your shoes, or they can touch your ankles. From here, we're going to keep those hands right next to your ankles and then lift that chest as if you were trying to stand up, but this time your fingers are glued to your ankles. So your upper body's trying to lift and yet it's straightening at the same time. We're going to take your left arm outside your left leg. And with a deep breath, we're going to exhale and slowly rotate while keeping that opposite arm glued to your ankle. You're going to get wherever's comfortable and hold. Exhaling and trying to rotate a little further. And then on your next exhale, we bring it down slowly. When we get back down to the bottom, we reset. So take a deep breath. Pull your shoulders away from your ears, glue the fingers to the ankles, and try to lift that chest. You want to feel those shoulder blades stabilizing you. As you take a deep breath, exhale and bring the right arm out to the side. And then take another deep breath and reach it all the way up, keeping that opposite arm glued. Your neck can go wherever is comfortable. Don't feel like you have to look at your arm. You can keep that head wherever is neutral and comfortable for you. But as you hold for another breath, you take it deeply in and you exhale. See if you rotate a little further, always being gentle. On your next inhale, go ahead and slowly exhale and bring it back down to where we started. Finishing with those hands next to the ankles, shoulder blades pulled back. And we're going to move your arms back where the elbows are on the thighs. And as we take a deep breath, we're going to exhale and push the hands back to the thighs themselves. From here, we're going to push those elbows together. Inhale, and we're going to push the lower spine back towards the chair. So think of the angry cat or the scared cat, and we're going to roll that spine slowly upward. And as we get to the top, our stomach pulls in and our shoulders pull back and down into our perfect posture. With a deep breath, we're going to exhale and bring the arms forward. We can clasp them or you can just hold them. And with a deep breath, we're going to exhale and push your tailbone underneath you as you push your arms away. So think of it like your abdominals being scooped out. So you have a nice big letter C here. Deep breath, and as you exhale, we raise, keeping those shoulders down and slowly pushing those arms back behind your head as far as you can take them. As you take a deep breath, we reach the body away from the hips and pull that stomach in, making it even more firm. With that extension, we take a breath and we lean to one side, trying to get that body off of your hips. Inhale and take it other side, exhaling. Hold there for a moment as we inhale to reach and push those arms further back. And then we exhale back to the center. Pulling the stomach in, we're going to inhale and go back to our cat. Inhale, press the spine back. Really think about touching your back to the chair, even though it won't really. As we return to our nice tall position with our long spine, we're going to take those arms behind the head as far as you can. We're going to allow those fingers to release, and we're going to take one arm behind the head, keeping that neck nice and tall. We're going to take this one and work that arm down your back. Now, as we hold this, we're going to lift that chest a little further. It's not just tricep we want to feel. We want your chest, your shoulders, everything to work together. Deep breath. Raise those arms back to the ceiling. Drop your shoulders. Inhale, take the other arm behind your head. Oops. Grab that elbow. Work it down, and if you had to move your head like I did, straighten it when you get settled. So we have a nice straight head, nice long neck. Pushing that arm gently back a little as we work it down our spine. And then as we inhale, we can exhale and straighten those arms. Pulling the stomach in Inhale, reach, exhale, down into your cactus, pushing those elbows back. Pull your stomach in as you're doing this. Keep bringing it down all the way. And hold, pulling in like your rotator cuff exercise. Chest is up. Inhale, bring it down. We're going to maintain that long spine and work our feet in. And then whether you want to come more forward or not, it's up to you. We're going to take one leg out. And right here, we're going to hinge at the hips. So the chest is long. As we come forward, hinging at the hips, our arms are reaching to the back of the chair. Now, depending on how long your arms are, you might reach the chair, but you might not. As you hold and take a deep breath, I want you to exhale, pull your stomach in, and reach those arms back as if you could touch the back of the chair. As you hold, I want you to think about your spine as being a long stick. And that stick is pointing towards the ground at an angle and then pointing towards the ceiling at an angle. As you take a deep breath, exhale and bring those arms forward, pressing a little bit of your foot into the ground to help stabilize you. That extended leg is relaxed. As we inhale and exhale, we hinge at the hips. The arms are just there to help keep you balanced. Inhale, pull your toe back towards your face. Exhale and hold. As you inhale, pull the stomach in and exhale, coming all the way back up to the top. Cactus it down, pushing those arms back even further and squeezing those shoulder blades as you pull your stomach inward. When the arms come down, we're going to bring that leg right on up to the opposite knee. If that's not comfortable, you can leave your foot down there. Sometimes it starts out okay, but then isn't. So sitting nice and tall, drop those arms. Lift that chest. Deep breath, exhale, hinge forward. As you inhale, push the arms to the ground, reach them up behind you. You might actually touch the chair this time. If you do touch the chair, hold on to it. And as you take a breath, think about pushing your arms against the chair to help your body move forward just a teeny bit more. Of course, each exhale, you're going to be drawing your belly button inward and pushing your head away from your body. And then as you inhale, exhale, release those hands, bring them to the front. Keep that hinge and see if we can press a little bit closer to that leg, keeping that back as straight as you can. Remembering to inhale and exhale, especially when it gets challenging. And then with a deep breath, we're taking those arms all the way up, pulling that stomach in. And as we inhale, we're going to drop those arms, pressing them back behind you, seeing if you can hit your neighbor. Yeah, I knew some of you were going to hit. Bring it on down. That's why we usually cactus. And we're going to take that across the body. Uh-oh. No, you guys just have to hold the stretch until she's, no. Yeah, they'll meet you in the parking lot if we had to hold that. So sit up nice and tall as you cross that leg down. All right, pretend like you are, I don't know, I guess you can't really visit the queen anymore. So just, sorry. Pretend like you're at a prim, proper place. Shoulders are down, chest is up, stomach is tight. Deep breath, relax those arms and rotate towards your knee. Well, we're going to do both sides, so you can rotate whichever first. But lengthening the spine, don't just turn, lengthen through the body. Take that deep breath, exhale, and come to the other side. Gentle and slow, and you can grab the back of the chair. If it helps you, just keep the hands gentle. And as we exhale, we're going to come back to the center and take that leg away and bring the other one forward, maintaining, of course, our perfect posture. As we take a deep breath, we're going to bring those arms out. And then we're going to lift your body towards the ceiling and exhale and hinge at the hips, bringing the arms back towards the back of the chair. Exhaling, pulling your stomach in and pushing your shoulders away from the ears at the same time. And yes, I expect you to maintain that. So let's think head to the ceiling or to the corner of the ceiling. Arms reaching away, shoulder blades squeeze slightly, stomach pulls in, and you're breathing. I don't ask much. Take a deep breath. Exhale forward. Press that heel a little bit into the floor to help you stay in that chair. There are no bonus points for falling out of the chair. But we use that opposite leg, the one that's not working right now, to help get a little stronger through the glutes and the hamstrings by gently pressing it to the floor while we're holding. Inhale, exhale up. Pull that stomach in tightly, shoulders come down, chest is up. Take a deep breath, cactus down this time. Stomach is pulling in as those elbows come to touch your spine. Deep breath, relax it down. Pull that heel upward. If one leg is not the same as the other, that's okay. We work with what we got. So we have that nice deep breath. Relax the arms. Deep breath, exhale, hinge. Push the arms back towards the chair. Try to keep your back straight. So those arms are reaching to the floor. Now they're going to find the back of that chair. They might need to go a little bit higher. And once you find that chair, you're going to hold. Take your deep breath and gently push those arms into the chair, pushing your shoulders away from your ears, allowing you to hinge a little bit lower. Using that deep breath and then exhaling and maybe pushing a little bit lower. So we're not cheating, we're just using our arms to help. Deep breath and then exhale. Let's bring those arms down and to the front and continue to hold that hinge, seeing if we can even go further. But always focusing on that spine, staying nice and straight, moving away from your hips. Inhale, pull your belly button in and exhale up. Keeping those shoulders down, chest is long. Inhale, exhale down. Bring that leg across your body. As you pull that leg across the body, make sure your shoulders go down and your spine gets longer. We don't stress the neck to stretch anything else. Deep breath, exhale down. Sitting super tall, nice and proper. Shoulders should be pinched a little bit back. Stomach is always firm. Deep breath, and we're going to exhale to one side. Focusing on your shoulders going down as your spine goes up. Deep breath. Exhale to the other side. Even taller here. You can hold on to the chair to help you rotate a little extra. As we inhale and get long, we come back to the center, exhaling in our nice posture and releasing those legs. Pulling your stomach in and scooting back like a lady would, which means nice and tall with that good posture. We're going to take those legs wide. This time we're going to come outside the chair as far as you are comfortable with. I don't want to see faces going, okay? Comfortable. Should be happy face. All right, as we hold right there, bring these arms up and back by your head. Take a deep breath and rotate your body one way. Gently press the heels into the floor. Take a deep breath and extend your body over that leg. So you can hinge at the hips. You can even round the back if you want on this one. Just take those arms and reach them away. Inhale and exhale back up, almost in the circle form until we're back to the top. Arms are going to go back further because they do tend to move. Deep breath. Exhale, rotate, and bring that body downward. Try to keep those fingertips as well aligned as you can as we reach away a little bit. Using that breath to help stretch you through the back and that exhale to tighten up the stomach. So we inhale and exhale back to the center. Pressing those arms back further. Inhale and exhale, bringing them down. Placing those hands on top of the thigh, right in the middle as we come forward. Think about pushing your stomach and your chest to the bottom of the chair. Slide your hands forward to the front of your knees and continue to press your body down, almost like you're a panini press. Closing all the way. With a deep breath, exhale, drop those hands down to the ankles. If your chair's in the way, you can just keep your fingertips on the chair. Pull the shoulders away. This is the same thing we did in the beginning, but we're going to keep those legs wide and we're going to gently press the arms against the legs to push them away and feel that inner thigh. And then we're going to take your left arm out. Inhale, and we're going to exhale and rotate to the ceiling. But this time, as we're rotating, we're also taking that opposite arm and gently pressing that knee away from you. So you've got two sides to think about at once. As we take a deep breath and reach that away, we bring it back down. Pausing to reset, pull those shoulders back, lift the chest a little bit. Taking that left arm and pressing it against that knee as we take the right side out. Exhale and rotate up. So as we rotate, we're also thinking of the opposite arm, pressing that knee away from your body line. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, bring it back down to the bottom. And from here, we're going to round it up. So push your tailbone back towards the back of the chair, and then do one vertebrae at a time as we allow that body to round and come all the way back to our perfect posture. And at this point, we're going to take one leg forward, scoot a little over so that leg is centered, and we're going to take, what is this, your right leg out to the side. So we're all doing the same side. Right leg is out. Left arm comes up close to the ear. Push it back. Inhale and exhale over. We can allow that other arm to slide down. So get to whatever's comfortable. We are going to just bend it at this point. As we hold here, keep your belly button tight and just move your arm so that it's straight, pointing to the ceiling. And then make sure your palm is facing me. Take a deep breath. See if you move a little bit lower here, keeping the feet on the floor. And then as you inhale, take that fingertip and scrape it along the ceiling to open up a little bit. Your head can go wherever is comfortable. Inhale and pretend like somebody's pulling you up to the ceiling as we come back up to the top. And bring that arm in close. It's going to come all the way down onto the opposite leg as we bring this side over. So even though that arm is on the leg, the shoulders are still pulled back. Your chest is still lifted forward. As we take a deep breath and we extend that arm to one side of the room, we're going to extend that leg to the other. Getting smaller and smaller in that waist and separating the hip and upper body. We're taking that arm straight to the ceiling. Take a deep breath. Somebody's going to pull you up nice and tall. And take your arm down and bring it back over. Now what's important is some people do like to look at their arm or look in different places, but wherever your head is comfortable is fine. As we take that deep breath, we're going to bring that hand to the front or to the top. At this point, if it's comfortable to look at your hand, you can do that. It is not comfortable for me. I have issues. So my head is going to stay neutral. As we inhale and we exhale and we rotate that chest to the ceiling, that's also where it's important to make sure your neck is comfortable. Inhale, pull yourself up, reach that sky and come in, bringing that arm onto your leg, elbow on the whole thigh as we come over. Now, yes, we're going to have a little bit of pressure of that arm and leg into the floor so we don't fall over. We are reaching one way, extending that leg away, separating that upper body from your lower body. Deep breath up center, hold. Make sure those shoulders are still away from your ears. And then take a deep breath as we pull ourselves straight up first. And then bring that over and in. Of course, coming to your perfect posture first. Beautiful. And then centering that leg on the chair and the other leg coming out to the side. Staying nice and tall. We always begin with those shoulders back and your stomach tight. And that arm's going to come up by your ear. And we're slowly going over. Now remember that leg that's flat on the floor can press gently into the floor to help keep you stable. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, see if you go any lower without rotating the body. As we inhale, we're going to exhale and only straighten that arm. Keep your body down. Body wasn't supposed to move. If anything, the body's going to go lower towards that foot. Make sure your palm is facing me, and take a deep breath and see if you can rotate your chest towards the ceiling. Don't worry if you can't move too much. As we inhale, we're getting our arm pulled to the ceiling, straight up, coming over, resting that elbow on the thigh, and bringing it to the side. So we're trying to get that arm back by the ear. We can press that leg a little bit into the floor, and then we're reaching that arm and reaching the leg in the opposite direction. Feel yourself get cut in half above the hips. Inhale. Exhale, pull that stomach in. Arm is going to come straight up. Hold. Inhale, pull up. Take it down to the other side, pulling your stomach in tightly, lifting your chest towards the ceiling as that arm comes over. And you work your fingers down to whatever's comfortable while trying to keep your body forward. You can extend that arm towards the corner of the ceiling, kind of lifting it away from that lower body, and work those fingers down a little more. And then as we inhale, and this is where we need to use those inhale and exhales, we exhale just with the arm to the top, palm forward. Deep breath and see if we come down any more as we rotate gently towards the ceiling, pulling that stomach in on each exhale. And then inhaling and getting pulled straight up, long, long arm as we bring it in onto the opposite leg. Bracing ourselves and then reaching, cutting that body in half. Remember that leg is reaching away from your body. It's not just the upper body we're thinking of here. As we inhale and exhale, that arm is staying behind your head. Stomach's coming in tightly. And then we're extending that arm straight. And then taking that breath and getting pulled straight to the ceiling. As we come all the way in, lifting the chest with our perfect posture and bringing that leg back to the center. As we sit nice and tall, we're going to scoot ourselves this way. Oh, yes. We are going to have the one leg closest to the back of the chair forward, the other leg. For your warriors, we can have it here, or there, or all the way over. So as we sit and get ready for our warriors, whatever position's comfortable for you, we want to get as much of our hips forward as we can. We take a deep breath and we'll raise those arms overhead. Your arms are by your ears. We are pressing the arms back behind the head as your body is lifting away from the chair. And you can gently think of that back leg as coming underneath you a little bit, or pushing your tailbone gently underneath you. You don't want to press too hard, but you want to really get a little bit of that hip flexor stretch. As we inhale and we exhale into Warrior Two, you rotate and face me. And we extend those arms, drop the shoulders. We're going to try to make them even. Keep that stomach tight. And if that back leg needs to move to be comfortable, go ahead and do that. Deep breath, inhale up. Back to your warrior. Drop your shoulders, lift your chest, tighten that stomach even more. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring those arms down cactus style and rotate towards the back of your chair. So as you rotate towards the back of your chair, you can place one hand on either side of the chair. So go ahead and hold on to the back of the chair. Drop your shoulders. Lift your spine like it's going to touch the ceiling. And as you take a deep breath, let's release those arms. One's going to go to the front, the other one's going to go to the back. There's nothing fancy, just separate your arms. And then take the one that's to the front back to join the one behind you. That's just so we didn't hit the arms into the chair. Grasp the arms behind you, push them away from your ears, and let's go into humble warrior, hinging at the hips. You can gently lift those arms up behind you. And as your body comes down over that thigh, we're going to push your whole body away. So think of your whole body and your spine as one unit, pushing away towards that wall. Your head is trying to touch the wall as your shoulders try to touch the opposite wall. Your fingers touch the back of the wall. As we take a deep breath and exhale, we're going to come up, bringing those arms back to your side, nice and tall, and rotating to the center, which means rotating to the other side. Surprise! So first, getting into whatever position works for this side. Not every side is the same. Might take a little more to adjust or not, but you're going to get to what's comfortable. And then we're going to go ahead and take those arms overhead for your Warrior One. So just because the arm's overhead doesn't mean that your shoulders are high. Your shoulders are actually pulled down towards your hips. Remember, we might have a little bit of the tailbone tipping underneath you to get a little stretch in that hip flexor of the back leg. As we inhale and expand through the ribs, we exhale and tighten that stomach and push those arms back a little more. Inhale and exhale to Warrior Two. So rotate towards me. Those arms are going to try to touch the walls as you pinch back your shoulder blades. Deep breath to get longer, and remember those legs can expand a little bit too. As we inhale, come up, hold that Warrior One, make it a little better this time, chest a little higher, leg extended a little more. And as we inhale, let's bring those arms down and rotate towards the back of that chair, taking one arm on the outside, or actually each arm on the outside, just different sides. And as you hold that to help your lower back rotate, keep the shoulders down and body tall. It doesn't matter where your body goes. If it doesn't rotate all the way to the chair, that's all right. As we take a deep breath, exhale, and bring one arm forward, one arm back, just to make it a little bit easier to rotate. And then we'll inhale, and we'll exhale, bringing that arm behind so both arms can touch each other. Push them away, lifting that chest and hinging at the hips into that humble warrior. So remember, you can actually press that front heel a little bit into the floor. You're pushing your chest down so your back stays flat. And as we inhale and exhale, we're pushing the head to one wall and we're pushing the knuckles to the opposite wall, getting long through that body. And as we inhale, we will exhale and release those hands and bring them back to our side, returning to Warrior One. Arms far behind those ears, hips tilted a little bit underneath you. And with our deep breath, we're going to exhale and allow those arms to come down, and we're going to return to the center. And you're going to stay right there for a moment with your nice posture. Going back to the side. Oh, you didn't think we were just doing that once, did you? Silly. No, there's so much more. So we are in that warrior one, but now you're comfortable with it. You've done it once, you've been there, your body knows what it's doing. It's going to be so much better. Taking it up to the top, we have the shoulders down, chest up, stomach tight, tailbone a little tilted underneath you. You just feel like you could stay here all day. You inhale, exhale into warrior two. Facing me, spreading those arms apart, and maybe even extending those legs a little further. You know, you don't have to move much to extend them. Deep breath, further those arms, and then bring them into reverse warrior. So your arm can reach to the ceiling and lift your body off the hips. If you like, you can also tilt back a little bit. I'll leave that up to you. From reverse warrior, we're going to lift that arm up and come back to warrior two. Lifting that chest a little higher, getting a little longer through the midsection. As we inhale, we come back to warrior one. Dropping the shoulders, lifting the chest, pulling that stomach in even tighter. From here, we're going to inhale and we're going to hinge at the hips forward into a somewhat modified warrior three. So we're going to try to keep the arms by the ears as we bring the body down, kind of like we did on humble warrior. If you're really brave and want to lift the rear foot, you can, but I'm not going to. So let that be a hint. Take a deep breath, exhale back up to warrior one. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend a little teeny back for volcano, pushing those hips underneath you. And then we can inhale, exhale back to warrior, drop those arms down, and come back to the center. See, that wasn't so bad. And to the other side. Wow, those are such glorious grunts and noises I hear. All right, let's go ahead and come on up to our warrior one. Going to have such pleasant noises, I'm sure. So remember, we've already done this. We can make it better. Shoulders are down a little more. Shoulder blades wrapped around your spine. Tailbone a little underneath you, or hips a little forward. Lifting that body even taller. Deep breath. Exhale into warrior two. Moving those arms back to either pinch your shoulder blades a little more, or extend your arms away, or tighten your stomach. As we take a deep breath, we're going to exhale and bring it down into that reverse warrior. Arm can be straight up, lifting that body away. You can also curve a little over if you'd like. As we inhale and reach and bring it back to warrior one. Getting our position nice and solid, pulling that stomach in tightly. We inhale and we exhale to our warrior three, slightly modified. So we're hinging at the hips. Arms stay back by your ears. You're trying to get your upper body parallel to the floor. You can press that front foot a little bit into the floor. Lift those arms a little higher. And as we inhale, we exhale and reach that body away and up to the ceiling. Keeping those shoulders down, we take a deep breath. And we exhale, coming back just slightly, pressing the hips towards the ceiling. And then inhale, exhale to return to warrior one, and slowly bring those arms down and return to the center. Ready to do your middle split, right? Legs are here on the side of the chair. Yep, just nice and easy. Stomach tight, we're going to hinge forward. Pull your elbows back as your body comes down. Press your chest. I want you to feel your back curve. Not upward, but downward. As you take a deep breath, gently press your hands into your thighs and push your body back to your chair. So now your lower back is pressing into the chair. Then your belly button through your lower back as we come and sit nice and tall. Exhale those arms down. As you keep your stomach tight and keep your arms against that chair, take your breath and exhale slowly, reaching down one side. So make sure you keep the shoulder blades pinched as we reach downward. Now as you take that deep breath, tighten your stomach and use your abdominals to lift your body back to the center. Reset your posture. Take a deep breath. Exhale to the other side, keeping those shoulders back, only going down to what's comfortable. You should still be able to squeeze the stomach. Take a deep breath and use that stomach to pull yourself up. So push your abdominals into that chair to lift your body centered. Right back up to the top. Shoulders are back. We're in our nice neutral position. As we take a deep breath, allow your head to fall to one side and drop the opposite arm a little bit lower. Deep breath. Exhale back to center. Take your head, put it over your spine where it belongs. Take a deep breath. Exhale and drop your head to the other side. As you work that arm away from you, create as much distance as you can between that shoulder and ear. As you inhale, exhale, bring that head back to the center. Now go ahead and close your eyes as we push your chin back over your spine. Trust me to close your eyes because this is not a flattering position on anyone. You don't need to see me. So relax. Now you can open your eyes with your head comfortable and not pushed back. Take a deep breath up to the top. So from here, as we push the arms back, our stomach is tight and our body is solid. As we inhale, we exhale, we squeeze those shoulder blades to pull that down as the elbows push to the side. We bring those hands to the heart. We take that deep breath, we pull the stomach in as we exhale up, holding for a moment with it nice and tight through the spine and the stomach. Take that deep breath to expand those ribs and exhale down, pulling that stomach inward, dropping your shoulders to the floor and pushing your elbows out to the side and hands come to the heart. And then we can say namaste. Good job.